Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your memory...
Hi guys, welcome to Significant Lovers. We are your hosts. My name is Mel.
And I'm Kel.
And I'm Caitlin, and in case this is your first time listening, or your 100th, and you just want to be reminded, this is a podcast where we dive deep and talk about real relationships that happened in history and also today, and just talk about what happened and why they worked or why they didn't, and how that relates to our relationships and what we can learn from them.
Yes, and if you're listening today, the day it comes out, it's Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas if you celebrate, or happy holidays. It is our last episode of the year, 2025.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. And yeah, thank you guys for being with us this year. This was not the best year. It was a really sucky year. And we know we took some time off and we spaced out the episodes more than usual, and we really appreciate you guys being understanding throughout.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys have been so sweet through all our families have been through. And I also just want to say, I recently was just reflecting on this. I do every so often. I can't believe people listen to this podcast and, message us.
I know.
Think about it and suggest couples, and that you guys are actually into it. It's just so cool. So I'm so grateful. And I'll be thinking about that this Christmas season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We just had Thanksgiving in the States, and we're very, very thankful for your support and your continued listening. So Thank you so much.
And we shared this in our last episode, but starting in 2026, we are going to be upping our amount of episodes per month. We're going to be having 3 episodes. So 2 Patreon episodes, and the second Patreon episode will be just kind of more freeform, catching up on past couples, talking about more current developing stories, people who are in the news, basically just anything that we don't really have time to cover in the typical format. So that'll be really fun.
And they're going to be called Valentines, which was both of our moms' maiden name, because we're cousins.
And they're sisters.
Yeah. And so we're kind of honoring that. And it'll be just like a little monthly letter of random thoughts. And
yeah,
I think
about
we'll
love.
also, about love and
romance.
Reading what you guys have to say too. Because, we often don't have time to include in the episode. And maybe polls too, or trivia. I feel like we sometimes don't have time to do trivia. So, yeah. Just all the above.
And before we get into the episode, I want to give a shout out to our latest patrons. Thank you so much, Maria, Sarah, Ruby, KS, Fatima, and Celine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Okay, so Mel is telling the story today.
Yes.
Of the Significant Lovers. Mel, what couple are we discussing today?
So, in the spirit of the season, we are talking about Home Alone star Macaulay Culkin and his partner Brenda Song. Actually, both did Christmas movies when they were little, but I'm going to quiz you on Brenda's Christmas. Oh, I guess I could quiz you now.
Okay.
She was in 2 Christmas movies when she...
I think I've seen both.
What? Caitlin.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought this would be hard.
I have.
What Christmas movies was she in as a child?
Oh, can I name them? I think one is maybe like Christmas Angel or something. No? I know she plays an angel in one, but maybe it's not a Christmassy movie.
I have no idea, so it's all you, Caitlin.
Is the other one the one with the snow machine? Can I name the name of the movie?
Yes.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I can.
I thought you were saying I can name it? That's so easy.
I know I'm aware of the movies, but can I name them? No. I know there's the Disney Channel original one with the snow machine. Could not tell you what it's called. And then I'm pretty sure it's an ABC Family original movie. Maybe
I'm missing it. I'll tell you. So the Disney Channel movie that she was in was called The Ultimate Christmas Present. That's the one with the snow machine, and they wish for snow, and then they get snow on Christmas, but it keeps snowing, and it like causes global warming.
Oh my God! I thought you meant a snowblower. Okay.
No. Makes it snow in LA or wherever they are. And then the other one is called Santa with Muscles with Hulk Hogan.
Oh, she is in another one. Angry Angel is what it's called.
Oh, was that as a child?
No, she's an adult.
Okay.
In this one.
Yeah, so they're both in Christmas movies when they're young.
What Christmas movie was Macaulay Culkin in? Well, I know, but
Home Alone and then Home Alone 2.
True.
Okay, off topic, but I was reading AARP because my dad gets it, and I was randomly going through
I
it.
read it too.
They have this whole section in this most recent issue about movies that take place at Christmas and whether or not they're actually Christmas movies or not. They had like Die Hard, Gremlins, a few other movies.
That's one of those stupid things like, oh, hot dog is a sandwich, pineapple shouldn't be on pizza. The Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
I know, so cliche.
So they had all these movies, and then randomly they threw in Home Alone.
They don't think it's Christmas.
Debating if Home Alone's a Christmas movie.
Home Alone is so Christmassy.
I know, they were like debating it. It's like, how? It's clearly a Christmas movie.
I guess the story isn't like traditionally Christmas movie in that like there's not like Santa Claus and like the fantasy stuff.
Maybe that's why, because it's like an action.
It's more like robbers
Christmas
and
movie.
but it's very Christmassy. Like the whole house is decorated in red and green, and there's Christmas music.
Takes place during Christmas.
It's actually
She goes to church.
Yeah.
And there's like wholesome moments with the neighbor, which is like in the spirit of Christmas.
Yeah.
You know?
And like it's about family. I think it's Home Alone has like grown into my favorite Christmas movie in recent years, actually.
I haven't seen it in a few years. I probably need to rewatch.
I need to rewatch Home Alone. I've seen Home Alone 2 more recently. We went for Shannon's birthday last year. I should. I feel like every family, if you celebrate Christmas, has their movies that they always rewatch, and some get missed. Like, I actually never saw Christmas Vacation until pretty recently. Or like,
really?
We probably saw it on TV or something, but we didn't watch it in our house.
Yeah, that's my family's big one. We watch it too much.
Listeners, what's your big one? I know sometimes you do watch it too much, and you're like, I can't watch this again.
Yeah.
That's happened with our dad. Like, we watched It's Wonderful Life every year, and I feel like it's been a few years since we have because he grew sick of it. It's sad.
Yeah. You guys like A Christmas Story too, right?
Yeah, I haven't watched that in a
that's a
few
big
years
one.
because I think I grew sick of it too. I just recently, the other day, watched The Last Holiday, which Shannon said she hasn't seen since we watched it as kids at your house, Mel.
The Last
I
Holiday.
haven't either. With
What
Queen
even is
Latifah.
that?
With Queen Latifah.
My mom keeps begging us to watch that.
It's good. I watch that, I think, every year.
Really?
actually.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'll watch it with my mom when I go home. She's
What? You watch it
movie?
every year
Yeah.
by yourself? Because we never watch it together.
Yeah. It's a quality
It's a
Christmas
more
movie.
niche one.
We also watch Little Women every single year.
Yeah, we do. The 1994 Little Woman.
94.
But yeah, this is a sweet couple. I've been wanting to cover them, or I feel like we've been getting requests to cover Macaulay and Brenda for a while.
I'm sure you're going to mention this, but like I saw recently, I was looking at the magazines in the supermarket. This was like a couple months ago. I saw that they were like a cover story, like their relationship.
They were.
Yeah, sure you'll talk about it later.
That will come up.
Before we begin, Mel, what 3 words would you use to describe this couple?
So I'm gonna say loving,
Oh,
supportive, and sweet.
wow. Positive.
Yeah. So this one won't be too dramatic, but I think that's good to end the year on a more happy,
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
seemingly happy couple.
Yeah.
And we talked about this. I don't know if it was last episode or a couple episodes ago. I forget in what vein, but sometimes the more happy, peaceful relationships don't inspire the best art because there's not really that like yearning feeling.
Yeah.
push and pull. And the same somewhat goes for, and this will be hopefully a good episode, but it's not necessarily the most like exciting story.
That's okay.
I think it'll still be sweet. Yeah.
I mean, we need some couples to look up to.
Yeah.
And have some hope that relationships aren't completely dysfunctional and people are just lying to themselves or whatever.
Yeah. All right. And Christmas will come up a lot in this episode too. So, like I said, we already covered Brenda Song, her relationship with Trace Cyrus, which was a little tumultuous compared to this one. And in that episode, we actually started with a really long, unrelated tangent about John Mayer. Really long.
Oh my God.
We had just gone to the concert the day before.
I should cut that out.
But in the episode, we said that we really wanted him to date this particular person. Who was it?
Oh, why does this sound familiar?
Was it Lana Del Rey?
Ding, ding, ding.
Now I can't see it, which is funny because I was only a couple years ago. But now I'm like, I don't know.
And then also in that episode, who did Trace Cyrus claim on Twitter was the worst person he had ever met in Hollywood?
He said by name.
He named the person. He said, I've met a lot of celebrities. By far, this person was the worst person I've ever met.
I don't remember.
And he said, you don't even know me, bitch.
Ashley Tisdale.
Yes! What? Oh my gosh.
These
I was
people,
kind of guessing, but I had a feeling.
John Mayer and Ashley Tisdale used to come up all the time in the podcast. So feels like right to bring him back.
So is she coming up this episode?
Well, she just did. But yeah, like I said, we previously covered Brenda and Trace. They dated from 2010 to 2016. So I'm not going to get too much into her backstory. Just a little like synopsis. She's the daughter of Thai immigrants from California. She began modeling and acting from the time she was 3 years old, when she was discovered at a shopping mall.
Classic.
She mostly worked in for fun, based like as an extracurricular activity. I wouldn't say that her parents were stage parents. She was homeschooled throughout her childhood, and she was really smart. She was actually accepted and received a scholarship to Harvard at only 15 years old.
Oh my God.
But she ended up turning it down after being offered the role of London Tipton on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, which I would say is the role that she is still most known for, but she has acted in so many different things. And I would say at that point when she accepted that role, that's when she was really committed to acting as a full-time career. And yeah, her relationship with Trace was really messy. If you guys listened to that episode, you know, it was in 2011, it was reported that Brenda, who was 23 at the time, was pregnant with Trace's baby, but her mom had denied it at the time and said that it was really upsetting to the family. And Trace also shared that they were engaged and super happy. But then Brenda was photographed crying outside the hospital, and later Trace said in an interview that she had actually had a miscarriage. And then afterwards they went on to break up and get back together several times. But then years later, Brenda made a very bizarre Instagram caption to clear the air and say that the pregnancy and the miscarriage rumors were completely false and made up. And then Trace responded, accusing her of being the one who made the rumors up. But there's actually been an update to this fairly recently.
Oh, really?
Since that episode.
What?
So 5 months ago, someone commented on Trace's Instagram. I don't know what they were really responding to, but the person said, "Now we know why Brenda Song left you. Good riddance." And then Trace commented and said, "Yes, because she stole thousands of dollars from me and faked multiple pregnancies and lied about being terminally ill to make my family and I think that she had breast cancer and a brain tumor. It was all a lie. She was humiliated to ever show her face around my family ever again once we figured it out and my mom confronted her and called her out on all of it. Thanks for reminding me of another scenario where I was a great loving person and someone did me wrong for no reason. Oh, she also faked an abortion with fake blood covering the bathroom floor. My mom and I rushed her to the OBGYN. That's when all the lies started unraveling and we realized it was fake."
What?
No. And then he screenshotted this and posted it to his story, like his.
Oh my god.
My God.
Then he went on to add, the funniest part, though, is when she showed up after getting the brain tumor, in quotes, removed from the best surgeon in Chicago, she claimed. She didn't realize we were catching on to all her lies. So when she showed up to my house with a bandage on her head, claiming she had gotten out of surgery, I ripped it off, exposing that no surgery had been done. That's more proof of how fucked in the head child stars are, and I hope she's doing better mentally.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what to think.
I know.
Me
On the one
neither.
hand, is Trace the most reputable source? But at the same time, that is so insane and so specific to not be real, you know?
Well, and she's the one that told us that the pregnancy, she basically admitted to lying about the pregnancy.
That's true.
So
There's some truth in there, at least.
Yeah.
something going on. But this coincided with very misogynistic Instagram story by Trace, where he also posted complaining about how women will leave their dream man for cheating just one time, but that when men cheat, it doesn't really mean anything because they can have sex without attachment, but when women cheat, it's often vengeful and calculated.
Is this coming from personal experience?
Seems like it. He's kind of like, woe is
"I
me
cheated
right now.
One time.
Yeah, probably.
That was interesting what he said at the end there, that child stars are what, fucked or something. What did he say? Because his sister is one. It's weird.
I know. I was
that
just
he would say
thinking that.
Miley Cyrus. In case
Yeah,
anyone
and-
didn't put it together.
I mean, we already knew, but like Macaulay was also a child star, so.
Yeah. I know. He also said in that like rant about cheating, he said something like women will leave their dream man and go to be with like a less successful, uglier man or something. It's like, less successful than you? Like, yes, he had, Shake It from Metro Station years ago. But, like, I don't know what he's up to now, unfortunately.
I know. Also, what? Like, why should that matter? Shouldn't you be with somebody who's like loving and respectful? Why does it matter, like, their success?
Yeah.
Oh, Trace.
But I do think that this relationship must have brought out the worst in Brenda. Like, she probably wasn't her best self in this relationship. Maybe she did lie about things. Maybe she was more impulsive. But I feel like sometimes certain relationships, if they're unstable, they can kind of make you unstable.
She's also very young.
Yeah. We don't know the full story.
Not that that totally excuses everything if it's real, but who knows?
I feel like for most people, relationships are crazier when they're teenagers or in their early 20s in general.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen on this show that sometimes people are like middle-aged and they're still
Yeah.
acting that way.
up.
But
yeah.
yeah, I think, I don't know, if it's hormones or whatever, it's like your first time being in love and in a serious relationship. It's just so intense.
I mean, if she did lie about being terminally ill or having a miscarriage, I guess we know she did lie about the miscarriage, but all of that is pretty bad. That is bad, but
That is.
she also revealed on a podcast that I listened to recently that she had dated a rapper back in the day, I think before Trace. And I didn't even mention this in the episode because it wasn't widely known, but I did some digging and I think she had been dating Flo Rida at one point.
Oh,
No
really?
way.
Interesting.
Must have been really young.
I was going to say similarly to Trace Cyrus, kind of a one-hit wonder.
I know.
But maybe Florida has another hit that I'm forgetting.
I don't
I just remember
know.
Low. I feel like there is another one.
Yeah. There's like
I can't remember.
I don't know. But after dating Trace, Brenda stayed single for a while and she was 28 when she ended this relationship. I think she was kind of nervous, like, will I find someone again? She actually froze her eggs.
Oh.
And I would say that she's down to earth, hardworking, driven, pretty artistic, creative. She enjoys taking on very different personas in acting. She's very committed to self-work, introspective, very social, extroverted, talkative. Seems like she's very drawn to eccentric, unique, and misunderstood people. She's an animal lover. She's a pescatarian. She seems very kind, very sweet. She's very into sports. She loves basketball. Maybe she has a history of being dishonest. Not sure. But yeah, that's Brenda. Then Macaulay Culkin. So he actually prefers to be called Mac. And I just wrote his name as Mac because it was a lot easier than writing Macaulay in my notes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call him Mac. So he I'm going to go more into depth with his history just because we haven't covered him before. He was born in 1980. He was the third out of 7 children to parents Kit and Patricia.
Oh, what? I did not know he had that many siblings.
Yeah.
Big
yes.
family.
And
I thought there was only the 2 other brothers.
Yeah, so 7 kids, and they all lived in a 1-bedroom apartment in Manhattan.
Oh
my God.
Like sleeping on the floor, sharing a bed.
Crazy.
Yeah. And his father, Kit, was a former stage actor who had previously worked on Broadway. He actually even once worked with Richard Burton, who we have covered before in the pod. And he was also a dancer in the West Side Story film, the original. And then
so cool.
His dad's sister, Mac's aunt, is actress Bonnie Bedelia. She is most known for playing Bruce Willis's wife in Die Hard, maybe a Christmas movie. And was also in films like Salem's Lot, Presumed Innocent, and Needful Things. I know her as the grandmother in the show Parenthood, but I had no idea that was his aunt.
Wow.
Interesting.
But Kit, Mac's dad, was more or less a failed actor himself, and by the time that Mac and his siblings were born, he was working as a taxi driver and a stage manager for the Catholic Church, and Mac's mother was working as a telephone operator. And they didn't really have a lot of money because they had all those kids, but they got to go to Catholic school for free because his dad worked for the church. And Kit had pushed Mac and his brother, Kieran Culkin, who you guys might know from Succession, also in Home Alone. He plays the bedwetting cousin.
We talked about him in Rapid Fire episode.
Yes, we did.
And he won Best Actor for
Real Pain.
A Real Pain.
Best supporting actor.
Best supporting actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, his relationship with Emma Stone.
I love him.
Anyway. Yeah.
Kelly does.
Yeah, so they were pushed into show business from a really early age. Max started doing ballet when he was just 4, and then a neighbor in the building was working for the ensemble theater production, and when she was looking for a kid to be in one of their upcoming plays, and so she thought, oh, well, you know, there's this family in my building, they have 7 kids, maybe one of them will do it. And Mac was just the right age and person for the job. And then when he was 6, he acted in a production of a comedy called After School Special, and the New York Post and New York Times wrote really raving reviews of his performance, and that helped kind of put him on the map for casting directors. And then at 8 years old, he made his first screen acting credit in the episode of The Equalizer, where he played a kidnapping victim. But then he did a couple more movies, including Uncle Buck.
Oh, yeah.
And at that point, Mac was actually financially supporting his whole family at just 8 years old.
Terrible.
And because he did Uncle Buck, he developed a mentor-mentee relationship with the director and writer John Hughes, who at that time was writing the script for Home Alone. So John Hughes recommended to Chris Columbus, the director of Home Alone, that he should cast Macaulay in the film. And they still auditioned a ton of people, but he was definitely the front runner. And I have another trivia question. There will be trivia throughout this.
Okay.
So this came up in a past episode. 200 boys auditioned for the role of Kevin McAllister in Home Alone. A male celebrity who we have previously covered on the podcast had claimed that he was offered an opportunity to audition for the part. Who is it?
Offered an opportunity.
Yeah, so he didn't audition, but he was offered the opportunity.
Okay, this must have been a kid actor, I assume. Jeez.
Zac Efron?
No.
I don't know if the age would make sense.
90s. This was the 90s, right? Is that what you said?
1990, yeah.
1990. Okay, so kind of like the 80s then. Oh my
so
gosh.
So someone who's like in their 40s now. Do you want a hint?
Yeah.
I don't think they really were necessarily like a child star.
Okay.
They did acting as a kid, but
Jake Gyllenhaal?
No. Someone from Chicago area. Do you give up?
Wait. I'm thinking. I'm forgetting someone's name right now. No, that doesn't make sense. John Mulaney?
Yes, good job.
Oh, no way.
Really?
Good job. So
what?
He didn't audition, but he said he was offered the part to audition. Or the opportunity to audition.
Weird. I would never have guessed that.
That sounds fishy.
I know.
I know.
An old
Making that up?
lifestyle.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, Mac was cast at just 10 years old, which filmed in the winter of 1990. And he was paid a one-time payment of $11,000 for the role,
Wow, that's
which
actually not that much.
his parents received 15% of for being his manager. And apparently, this was pretty customary that back then that child actors didn't get royalties or residuals for their films.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
That's all the money he made from that first movie, which is so
God.
crazy because it became huge and people.
And they always played on TV, too.
So I have another
That's messed
trivia.
Okay.
Okay.
So this film grossed $285.7 million in the U.S. and $476.7 million worldwide, surpassing its production budget 31 times over. And currently, it is the second highest grossing Christmas movie of all time. What is the first?
Grinch?
Which one?
The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, the 2004 Jim Carrey one or something? I don't know.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah?
Nope.
Oh my god, why did you? You could have just said no.
Is it Elf?
Nope.
Oh.
You know, Elf is actually number 10, which is crazy.
Jeez, okay. I don't know. Is it like actually like a Christmassy movie? The train.
Oh, the Polar
Express?
Express.
No.
Oh,
Kelly has.
Are we out of guesses?
Kelly can guess one more time.
It's not Elf? I can't believe it's not Elf.
I know.
Is it It's a Wonderful Life?
No.
that bombed when it initially
I
came
don't know.
out.
I don't know all the trivia about that movie.
Caitlin.
Dad always says that.
Caitlin was the closest. It's actually the 2018 The Grinch.
Oh,
What?
Isn't that crazy?
I would never have guessed that. Yeah,
I didn't see that.
I know. I've seen it once.
I didn't see it either.
It's like really taken over. Actually, Home Alone held the record for almost 3 decades until this movie came out.
That's insane.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Is it basically the same story as the other Grinch, but it's like animated?
Yeah, basically. It's kind of funny. It's kind of cute, but it's just, yeah, basically the same story. It's a little bit more like modern day, a little more like woke, I would say.
Interesting. Okay.
You
I didn't
know,
get that vibe.
I love how into the Grinch Martha May is in the Jim Carrey one.
I
It
know.
just, like, rocks my world. I just love it. It's so funny.
I don't know if she's in. I don't know if she's in the.
No, because
Yeah.
I don't think she's in the original either.
Yeah.
I think I said this last year on the podcast, but I just hadn't seen it in a long time, and like rewatching it as an adult, it's just so funny how she's like so turned on by the Grinch.
Yeah. I need to watch that
Muscles.
one this year.
I know.
Muscles.
I should rewatch it.
I was thinking about it when I saw Wicked because I'm like, oh my god, why are there so many movies about green people
I
and
know.
people being into them?
I know. So true. Do you guys know what the third highest grossing Christmas movie is?
It's not one of the ones we said.
No.
Probably something stupid like Sonic the Hedgehog Christmas.
I don't know if that exists. Is it live action or animated?
Live action.
Is it Christmas Vacation?
No.
Oh.
Is it Christmassy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought that was a movie title.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Christmassy,
Christmassy.
Is it Four Christmases?
No.
I don't even know where to begin to guess.
Is it Christmas with the Cranks?
Nope.
Oh.
Do you have any guesses, Kate?
I honestly don't.
It is Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Oh,
We should have guessed
that.
Darn it.
Yeah. Fourth is the 2000 Grinch, and fifth is the 2009 A Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey. I've actually never seen that.
Oh, I actually have seen that. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, I was so surprised by
it's-
this list.
It's Polar Express live action mocap type, so it's kind of scary. It's like ugly.
Yeah. I know, I didn't know that was so big. I feel like the Polar Express was huge, but
I know, and they always re-release the Polar Express in theaters. I feel like, so I thought that would, I don't know, garner some.
I
money.
feel like we saw the Polar Express many times.
yeah,
in IMAX.
I did too, like even after Christmas.
I think we went with you.
Yeah, in 3D.
Yeah.
But that gives you some perspective about how big Macaulay Culkin was, because how big Home Alone was. Like, that was really the most successful Christmas movie for many, many years. And he became a huge star after that. He won the Golden Globe. Or he was nominated for the Golden Globe, and he won the Young Artist Award.
For Home Alone?
Mm-hmm, for Home Alone.
Oh my God, I did not know that.
And then later in an interview, years later, with Esquire, he said that at some point he had enjoyed acting and all the attention back then because he knew that he was good at it. But after the success of Home Alone, Mac's dad, Kit, who was also his manager, recognized that he could get more money from Mac, like he was the moneymaker for the family. And he became really controlling of his career and just kept booking him in many different projects. This was like the most overworked kid in America. He was cast in the film My Girl, and then he signed on for Home Alone 2. And this time he was making a lot more money. He was contracted for $4.5 million. The highest paid child actor. I think he was the first child actor to ever even receive $1 million per project.
Wow.
And he was really busting his ass. He also did a movie called Good Son, and he had some less successful films too, called Only the Lonely, Getting Even with Dad, The Page Master, and Richie Rich. Nothing was...
Oh, Richie Rich is great.
Is it?
Yeah, I watched that as a kid.
Yeah, that was actually his last movie for a long time. He was interviewed in 2000 by 2020, and he told Barbara Walters that he was happy that those movies weren't as successful because he was hoping that people would just kind of forget about him and that he could drop off the face of the earth. Because it was really hard being a child actor. He couldn't go anywhere because people would always come up to him and be like, "You're the Home Alone kid," and, you know... He had no sense of privacy. He wasn't in school. He didn't really relate to any of his peers. And it was just really hard for him. Like
He didn't get any schooling?
He was homeschooled, but he wasn't like around kids his own age. And his dad was very controlling. Like I said, he was actually known as the stage parent or stage dad from hell.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
Had a real ability to crush people's spirits, which began to actually limit the roles that Macaulay could get because people didn't really want to have to deal with his dad. When Mac hosted SNL at just 11 years old, his father said that he didn't want anybody on SNL using cue cards because he thought that it made Macaulay a worse actor if he had cue cards. And you know, SNL always uses cue cards. This was the only time they ever obliged and said no cue cards, and everyone had to...
I think I've seen that before. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so Macaulay always had to just memorize all of his lines. And he was good at that, but it took a toll. And he began resenting his fame, resenting acting. He said, "I wanted to go to school. I hadn't done a full year of school since the first grade." And he would beg his dad for a break. And his dad would kind of say yes, and the next thing he would know, he knew he would be cast in another project, and it was just kind of like beyond his control. And his dad was just really abusive, like physically, mentally. He actually used to make Mac and Kieran sleep on the floor. He wouldn't even let them sleep in beds, even though they were making all this money.
What?
He just like wanted to assert his dominance over them, and like he would hit them. He was really a terrible father.
Oh my gosh.
It seemed like he resented the fact that he wasn't successful at acting, and so he kind of like took it out on his kids who were. And all of these experiences did lead to Macaulay having a very close friendship with Michael Jackson, which I don't know if I wrote a lot of notes about it. I don't know if I should get into it too much because it's, you know, a whole other tangent. But yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to get into it if you don't want to.
We can maybe
it's a lot.
Gloss over it, but to this day, Mac defends Michael Jackson, and he testified for him in 2004, which was some of the biggest evidence that kind of helped to exonerate Michael Jackson when he was put on trial for child molestation. And Mac denies that anything ever happened, but they did have a very close friendship that I would say was pretty inappropriate. They, you know, would share a bed and hang out, and it's kind of goes beyond the boundaries of a normal adult friendship. Mac was 10, Michael was 26. It actually started when Michael went to go see the Nutcracker that Macaulay Culkin was starring in, and Michael Jackson and Donald Trump went backstage to go meet him.
Like, oh my God,
like
what?
a nightmare.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know Michael Jackson and Donald Trump hung out, or did they both just want to meet him at the same time?
I don't know, but
That is so
scary.
suspicious.
Well, did Trump already know him from Home Alone 2, or was this
No, this was
that?
before Home Alone 2.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Ugh.
In the trial against Michael Jackson, some people who worked at the house did claim that they had seen inappropriate behavior going on between Macaulay and Michael, but like I said, he denies it, and he has said, like, look, I would say if something happened to me, nothing ever happened to me. And I think Kieran has said the same thing, but they don't go out of their way to say, like, I don't think he ever did anything to someone else, or that it's out of the realm. There's a documentary called Leaving Neverland, which I've seen, and it does suggest that, you know, someone who could be a child predator might purposely, like, have a close bond with a certain child and not abuse them in order to, like, protect their reputation, especially someone high profile like Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. It's like an alibi in a way.
Yeah.
We're like, see, I have this normal relationship with these kids. I'm so curious what the dad's involvement was, because, like, he seemed really difficult, and you would think you would hope he wouldn't let something like that happen, or that Michael wouldn't want to deal with his dad, but also it seems like the dad must have let this happen somehow.
The dad must have been happy to be rubbing shoulders with Michael Jackson and maybe just let his kid hang out with him, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. The dad was, like, obsessed with money and fame, so I feel like he didn't really care about the, like, safety of his children. He cared more about, like, Caitlin's, like, proximity to fame, so I don't think that really bothered him. But yeah, very inappropriate. I know a lot of...
Yeah.
I feel like Michael Jackson has a lot of diehard fans, a lot of people who defend him. I think it's, you know, if your neighbor was having sleepovers with little boys in their bed, you would think that's really weird. It doesn't make a difference that he was a former child star or that he is a celebrity. It's still weird. Like, if Macaulay Culkin was doing that with little boys today, I think we would all think something very bad is going on. So,
yeah. And people have said that stuff happened. It's not like people are just making this up.
Yeah.
I think, like, it's okay to still listen to Michael Jackson's music. Like, I would never want that to be taken away from people if you love his music, whatever. But I just think it's weird. Like, I remember seeing in New York somewhere, like, in East Village or something, there was, like, a mural of Michael Jackson on the wall. And, like, I don't know. Like, that kind of stuff I think we don't need. But
yeah.
I don't know.
I think after he died, people kind of changed their tune, which they always do when someone dies.
But everyone knew he was creepy.
Oh, yeah. Everybody. He scared me so much as a kid.
Me too. Yeah. I feel like it was kind of one of those things where, like, everyone kind of knew he was weird and kind of scary. And
yeah.
Anyway,
yeah. So that, who knows what could have happened. But I think they did bond because Michael, you know, had a messed up childhood and a very messed up dad. And so he claims, like, that he wanted to make sure that Macaulay knew that he was not alone and that someone else understood and had been through it before. And then in 1995, when Mac was 14, his mom decided to finally leave his dad and file for sole custody of the 7 kids. They actually had never been legally married, to Mac's surprise. But she cited in the custody filing infidelity, physical and mental abuse, and claimed that Kit was sabotaging the careers of all the children to assert authority over them. And for Kit, the custody battle wasn't really about raising the kids, but just getting control over Mac's career, which became a big story in the headlines. And that's how Mac learned just how much money he had. At this point, he had a $50 million trust fund, and all that money had been kept from him until then. So he ended up filing a petition to have both of his parents removed from his trust, which the press kind of labeled that as him, like, divorcing his parents or emancipating himself. But it was really just so that his dad wouldn't have access to the trust. And he felt like it was it would be the least messy if he just removed both of them. But afterwards, he still helped his mom with like basic rent money and bills, and he helped his mom with her legal fees for the custody battles. So
Oh, wow.
he still has a good relationship with her. In the day of the trial, Kit Culkin, Mac's dad, realized that he was never going to win, so he just up and left, and the family hasn't seen him or spoken to him since.
Oh my gosh.
No way.
He
That's
hasn't.
so
I wonder where
dark.
he is.
It's so sad.
I know.
It's just so dramatic.
I
Like,
know.
ugh.
I guess he has he did write Mac a note when he was in a play and sent it backstage like, proud of you, Dad, or something. But he doesn't have.
Oh my god, that'd be scary.
Yeah, I know.
You haven't seen your dad in like 10 years or something, and then you get to know all
I
of a
also
sudden.
feel like that's kind of sabotage because it's like you're about to perform on stage and then something like that. Like, it wouldn't.
They never saw him again.
That'd be a horror movie.
God.
I know, I was thinking maybe if he was still alive, but I guess based on that note, I guess so.
Yeah, he is still alive now, but just not involved in their lives at all.
Probably for the better.
Yeah. I think Mac has no interest in having a relationship with his dad.
Makes sense.
But as a teenager, Mac then went back to school at Professional Children's School in New York, where a lot of child actors went, and he began dating one of his classmates named Rachel Miner, who was a young soap opera actress. And they actually ended up getting engaged and married at just 17 years old.
Oh, I did not know that.
So teen drama of them.
Yeah, seriously. And that really fueled the public's perception of Mac just being yet another child star that was off the rails. But they separated in 2000 after only 2 years of marriage and then divorced in 2002. And it seems like their split was pretty amicable. Mac slowly started to return to acting in the 2000s. He did a West End play, and then throughout his early 20s, he did much smaller, more offbeat projects. He definitely, like, I feel like the press made it seem like he was washed up because he never had a role ever as big as Home Alone. But we kind of talked about this before. He never really needed to. Like, he could afford to just act in whatever he wanted to. And I feel like he still does that to this day. Like, he only does projects, I think, to pass the time and for fun and whatever he's drawn to, but he's not trying to get an Oscar or trying to be a celebrity. He just like does it because he can when he wants to.
I know. I feel like people always assume that it's not their choice or it's like some tragedy, but that sounds like kind of the dream. Just like
I know.
signing on to projects just when you feel like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not trying to be in big roles, it seems like, from Home Alone. He easily could. I mean, he's freaking Macaulay Culkin. I think if he wanted something big, he probably could audition. And because it would be like crazy to have him sign on to, I don't know, a big movie or something.
Yeah. He actually did audition for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, really?
Which was his first audition in many, many years, but he said his audition was like a disaster and that he wouldn't have hired him either.
Wow.
But yeah, that is the dream, I think. And it's just nice because he did work so hard when he was a kid and it was beyond his control. And I think he just doesn't ever want to live that way anymore. Like, he doesn't want to burn himself out. And he definitely lost like a sense of passion for it when he was young. So I think it's for the best that he's not someone who wants to just like sit home and do nothing all the time, but that he just kind of doesn't stress himself out about it.
Yeah.
He even authored a semi-autobiographical book or novel about a child star who quit acting in the height of his career. So he's pretty creative.
I know he has that podcast.
so cute.
I think it's like his main thing.
Yeah.
He does? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Bunny Ears.
Or at least he used to. Yeah, the bunny ears. Yeah.
It's like a comedy podcast. Yeah, this is like in my notes way down the line, but
Caitlin.
no, but
Sorry.
no, I'm fine to just like bring stuff up when it naturally comes up. But yeah, he has said that he just works on that now like 3 days a week, so that's a pretty chill lifestyle. After his marriage ended, he went on to date Mila Kunis, who was working on That 70s Show at the time, and they had a very low-profile relationship and never really talked about it to the press. We covered Mila before with Ashton Kutcher on the podcast, and she said that the way that their relationship ended, she did something really fucked up and that she was like horrible and that they're not really on speaking terms. So it seems like it was a big breakup for him. They dated for 8 or 9 years, so it was a really long time.
Wow.
And I read something in a interview with him recently that, you know, he said he had been hurt in relationships before. So I think this one did a number on him.
I wonder what she did.
Yeah. Well, we kind of talked about it. Like, they broke up just as Mila was becoming a bigger star. She was in Black Swan and then Friends with Benefits. And then she was being linked to Justin Timberlake. And her and Justin Timberlake were really playing into that. So I feel like...
Oh, yeah.
I remember at the time... Actually, like, I don't know who said this, but someone on, like, TMZ or something said, oh, in the beginning of their relationship, Mila probably thought, oh, my God, I'm dating Macaulay Culkin. But then at the end, she probably thought, oh, my God, I'm dating Macaulay Culkin? Like, you know, at that time,
so mean.
I know, it's so mean, but, like, at that time, his reputation was, like, washed up, kind of weird child star.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, she was this, like, rising star, and it didn't seem like it would make sense in the press, you know? But
oh my God, I'm dating Macaulay Culkin. Oh my God, I'm dating Macaulay Culkin.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so his reputation it wasn't the best in the rest of the 2000s. He definitely was seen as, like, a washed up, kind of weird child star with trauma.
So was he actually, like, on drugs, or was it
I was going to ask the same question.
Was it a Charlie Heaton and Talia Dyer thing where he just looks tired?
I was going to ask the same question.
I kind of think the latter. So in 2004, he was arrested for having an ounce of marijuana, which is a lot, but it's just marijuana. And he had a few tablets, like a few loose pills of Xanax that were not prescribed to him. And he pled guilty and then just had to pay, like, $940 in fees. But it really is such a minor thing. But, like, that led to people being like, he's on drugs.
I could have sworn he was a drug addict.
Yeah.
I know that's bad, but I thought that was his reputation.
So then also in 2012, paparazzi photos of him at the time, he was 31, looking very noticeably thin and scruffy came out. And so people really were, like, expressing concern, saying that he was on drugs. His rep denied it, saying that he was in perfectly good health and that it was really reckless and irresponsible to be speculating about that. But that picture, like, those pictures and how thin he was are really, like, what makes people think that he was, like, doing hard drugs at the time.
Oh.
But he did go on Joe Rogan's podcast and he talked about how he has, like, bowel issues, stomach issues. Like, I don't think my boyfriend would mind me sharing this. Like, my boyfriend can lose, like, 20 pounds, like, in a weekend. Like, some men can just lose weight very quickly, especially if they're very naturally thin to begin with. And I kind of get the sense that that could be his deal.
Yeah.
So he could have a stomach virus and then look really thin. So no one knows.
Yeah.
But it was a tough time for him. This is very sad. In 2008, his sister Dakota, who is just a year older than him, tragically died very suddenly at 29 years old when she was struck by a car while crossing the street in California one night.
Oh my God, it's so sad.
So sad. And just beforehand, Dakota had called him because she had just watched a movie that he was in with her roommate and just wanted to tell him how great he was in it. And he said, like, oh, thanks, love you, like, you should go to bed. And then he said, like, you know, then that was it. Like, he never spoke to her again.
Jeez.
So he was going through a lot, like, at this time, you know. And then I don't know how deeply this must have affected him, but John Hughes had died a month before Michael Jackson had died. Like, these were two people he was close with when he was young. So,
my God,
it was a tough time. He also was in a comedy rock band called the Pizza Underground, which he would go on tour. He said that he did experiment with drugs, but never to the point where he, like, was in rehab or a drug addict. So I think he, like, partied the way a lot of young people do, but I don't think it was, like, a serious issue for him.
Hopefully not.
But then it's 2013. So at this point, Mac actually moved to Paris on a whim.
That's so cool.
Just because he could. He had nothing tying him down, but he would still, like, go back and forth because he was in his band. And at this point, Brenda was working on the TV show Dads, which is a sitcom.
I remember that.
It was on Fox. It was very short-lived, and it starred Seth Green, who is one of Mac's best friends. So that's how they initially met. They don't really remember, like, the first time they met for sure, but nothing happened. They were interviewed on his podcast, Bunny Ears, in 2018. Mac said, yeah, she totally brushed me off. And then Brenda said, I was focused. But at this point, Brenda was still very off and on with Trace Cyrus.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I would say that Mac he's kind of uncomfortable doing press, but he seems more comfortable in recent years. He seems polite, mysterious, but pretty open at the same time. Laid back, very funny and eccentric, kind of misunderstood, a little bit nerdy. He likes to play video games and like watch Adult Swim. Kind of introverted, maybe a bit of a stoner. I would say he's not like traditionally hunky. He's not like butt, like he doesn't have muscles or anything like that. But he's cute in his own way. He's a little socially awkward. I think he has a bit of a nervous laugh. But he seems very sweet and gentle. Doesn't seem like someone who would ever have a temper. Very humble. And he has said, like, he knows that he had a very unusual childhood, but he doesn't really feel bad for himself. He has said, like, I know that some other kids around the world work when they're kids and they live in poverty the rest of their lives. So he's like, I worked for a couple years and now I have millions of dollars, so I'm pretty good and I can't complain. So he doesn't feel bad for himself, and he seems very well adjusted despite his upbringing.
Wow.
That is such a surprise. I completely thought he was one of those like poster child stars who fell into drugs and had a lot of trauma and stuff.
Did you say drama or did you say drama?
Trauma. Trauma.
He probably does.
I mean, yeah, but it seems like it's not overwhelmingly so to the point where he can't even like function.
Well, maybe because he kind of retreated a little bit.
Yeah.
He's been able to heal a bit. Whereas some child stars like try to stay in the press so much because they're like, they can't imagine their life without being famous, you know? It seems like he's kind of like gotten used to the idea of not being this like guy on a magazine cover, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's the best thing he could have done. Whereas, yeah, I feel like Selena Gomez is always talking about how much fame has messed her up. But it's like, then maybe stop. Like, stop trying to be famous. Like, you don't need to. But, yeah, a lot of child stars are still chasing something. But I think his dad leaving was, like, the best thing that ever happened to him. Because he's like, I have nothing to prove anymore. Like, I don't want to do this. Okay, so then it's 2017, June, and Brenda and Macaulay both began filming in the movie Changeland, which was directed by their mutual friend, Seth Green. And they were working together in Thailand. Later on in a Cosmo article, Brenda claimed that she hadn't been on a date at this point in 2 years, which is a little inaccurate because she was dating Trace January 2016. So it had been like a year and a half, but she rounded up. I'm like trying to catch her in lies, you know? Can't fully trust what she says. Around this time in July, they were seen out to eat with Seth Green and his wife in LA, but nobody knew that they were dating. Later in 2020, Seth said that he never saw it coming, them getting together.
Wow.
And apparently they started hanging out after work and playing cards together. And Brenda began developing a crush on him, expecting to maybe have just like a brief fling, not expecting anything from it. But there were very early signs that they were destined to be together. In one of their early conversations, Brenda actually told him that she always wanted to have kids someday that had very gender-neutral names like Dakota. And Mac was really stunned, and he said, that's the name of my future son, because that's his sister who had passed away was named Dakota. So that was like, you know, one of their early like, you know, connections that, maybe this is meant to be, you know. Also in those early days, Mac actually gave Brenda some of his journals to read, which I don't think I could do that.
That's cute.
It's cute that he had a journal.
I know.
Journals.
I think he was he said that he was a little bit insecure about Brenda maybe thinking he was weird based off of the way he's been painted in the press. So I think he wanted her to like get to know him. In this Cosmo article that they did, they wrote, they were full of scribbles, some jokey, others emotional and complex. And Brenda said, I saw the person he put out there. It was a product of this armor that he's put on to protect himself. But I could see that that wasn't really who he was. I could see the glimpses of this really interesting, very sensitive, very intelligent, artistic person that he doesn't really let show.
That's beautiful. I feel like they both had a similar path in a way. I mean, he was way more famous, I will say, but like both were these adorable like kids. I mean, she was a little older on like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, but then I feel like she was in tabloids and stuff more recently, and they both maybe didn't have the best reputations at the time.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people don't know about her being accused of like lying about those
but
things.
she probably knew that some people knew and was like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a news story.
Because even if like 100 people knew that about me or thought that about me, I would be like, oh my gosh, like
I know. True. Even if it's just your town or something, it would be stressful.
Yeah, like I need to get away. Yeah, so true. I would say the main difference between them is that she still is really ambitious when it comes to acting and still like loves to work. Like she has said like if she wasn't acting, she wouldn't be herself. Whereas Mac like doesn't see it that way. He's very like if a project comes up and it sounds fun, like I'll do it, but I'm not auditioning for stuff and I'm not like actively looking for things. She like I don't think she ever like fell out of love with acting from any like bad experiences. So then they were seen holding hands a couple times, looking cozy. They were in Paris. Brenda had posted an Instagram post at a coffee shop in Paris with the caption, I never want to leave. And then that December, Brenda actually brought Mac home for Christmas.
Christmas.
It's getting serious.
It's getting serious. Although Max said in Cosmo that they actually weren't officially boyfriend and girlfriend yet.
What?
They were dating, but they had never like put a label on
DTR.
But it was.
Do people say DTR anymore?
Wait, what does DTR mean?
Define the relationship.
I was getting that confused with down to fuck.
Down to read? I don't know. That seems like one of those cheesy library posters.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, but Brenda actually said in the article that this was the first time she had ever brought someone home to meet her family.
Not even Trace?
I know, and they dated for 6 years.
That's
and she was even
surprising.
engaged to him at one point.
Mel did air
crazy.
quotes for engaged.
Yeah, she did.
Wait, because of all his tattoos.
That's what I was thinking. In that episode, I actually said, like, if I brought him home, my parents would have a heart attack. So
Parents didn't approve.
I don't think her parents ever approved of him. When there was like rumors that she was pregnant, her mom, denied them and said this would be very heartbreaking for the family.
Oh my gosh, they did not like it at all.
So then in 2018, Max started his brand, Bunny Ears. Wait, already 2018? Oh yeah, I guess they met in 2017, which he has described as like Goop and The Onion mixed together. It's a website, but also a podcast that he self-funds himself. But yeah, so that's like kind of what he's up to. And then in March of that year, he went on Anna Faris's podcast, and he didn't refer to Brenda by name, but kept referencing his special lady friend, and kept mentioning that he was in a new relationship. But he seemed really happy, and he said, I'd be lying if I didn't say looks matter, but also I'm with a lady right now, and she is so good to me. She just does nice things, and I feel like at first I didn't know how to be treated well in that kind of a way. It was strange, almost a foreign concept. So that kind of thing, I realized it is important to me.
Aww.
And he seems very in love. Then August that year, he went on Joe Rogan's podcast, which I have to say, like, I feel like they kind of meshed, but also kind of didn't mesh. Like, Joe Rogan is obviously so, like, he has this certain reputation.
Controversial.
Yeah, he's controversial.
Yeah.
He's like a boys guy. And but like I find Macaulay, I thought he was like kind of earnest in the interview, and like he brought up the movie 13 Going on 30, and he's like, oh, have you ever seen 13 Going on 30 with Jennifer Gardner? And Joe Rogan's like, God no, I would never watch a Jennifer Gardner movie. And Macaulay was like, oh, you should watch it. It's really good. And like, but then Joe Rogan kept kind of like shading Jennifer Garner, but Macaulay like was not. I feel like he like didn't pick up on those cues, and he was like, "Oh, you're gonna go home and watch this. It's really good." He seemed
So
like really
cute.
sweet.
So cute of Macaulay.
It is a great movie.
Actually, still never listened to Joe Rogan.
I've never either.
Because I don't know if he still is, but because I always meant to check it out. I was like, let me see for myself what I think. But I never got around to it because I think he was only on Spotify. I don't know if that's still the case, but I usually use
Maybe.
Apple to listen, and I just couldn't. I literally have the Spotify app, but for some reason I couldn't bring myself to just open a different app. I've never done it.
He's on
I have
YouTube,
Spotify
too.
and pay for premium, but I've never been intrigued to listen to a Joe Rogan
He's had so
podcast.
many guests, so like there's definitely some people I'm interested in, you know? Like if Macaulay Culkin was
Yeah.
on it, like there's people I could check out, but
Yeah. He's not like, there have been times when I'm like, geez, like I'm agreeing with Joe Rogan. Like I wouldn't say he's like totally the way he's been painted out to be. Like I don't think he's like Trump's best friend and like all this. Like he seems like he is an independent thinker, but I feel like Macaulay just like wasn't willing to like shit talk Jennifer Gardner or say something bad about like
sweet.
a fellow actor, you know? But he didn't even
Yeah.
like pick up on the cues. I think that Joe Rogan was being that way.
Yeah.
But I have a clip from the episode.
oh, wait, so am I going to hear Joe Rogan finally?
Oh yeah, you'll see a little bit of it.
I've literally seen like parodies of him and like laughed, but I've never even watched it.
Good parodies are the ones where you don't even need to know the source
Oh my God.
material.
Yeah.
It's actually like it's a very special little relationship that they have.
Yeah,
So,
that's cute.
oh yeah, no, we never turn on the television like in our house.
You just watch the
We
cats
just watch like
and
the dog and the cat and stuff. You know, yeah.
Do you plan on making people?
Yeah. No, I want. I'm going to make some babies. You know,
Yeah.
like, yeah. No, this one's a good one. So you know, like I'm probably going to put some babies in her, like in a little bit. Yeah. You know, I mean, we've definitely been practicing, but
Oh, good.
yeah.
That's important.
Yeah, but no, this one, like, yeah, I'm gonna have some pretty babies. She's Asian, so I'm gonna have little tiny little babies.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
it's gonna be adorable. Like
Adorable.
a bunch of Sean Lennons running around the house. That's what I'm looking for.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, like because it's funny, like you know, like I'm like it's almost like I feel entitled to make like Asian jokes because I have an Asian girlfriend kind of thing.
I don't
but
think
like
you're allowed.
I don't think I do it with her like all the time, but like I don't do
let
it in
anybody
public.
know.
Yeah, no. It's like oh baby, you're my Yoko, like you know, just like you know, like yeah, but like no, she's like you're gonna be my downfall.
You're the
Like,
most hated person in all of music.
yeah,
Yay.
exactly. Like you know,
You used to be able to, if you were married to an Asian woman 10, 15 years ago, it'd be no problem.
I think if I have Asian babies, I'd be allowed to.
I don't even think so, man. I don't even think
Well,
so.
because you know, I'd have to deal with it every kind of like day kind of thing. It's like, oh well, like I can, you know, I understand the struggle kind of thing. Like you know, I'm trying to shield my kids.
not
Like,
good enough.
Yeah, you
They'll
don't
come
think so?
after you.
You
Yeah,
don't think so?
privileged white male, wealthy white male who's famous.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't have a chance.
I guess I know, right?
Okay.
So I will say this like part about her being Asian did go on too long.
Yeah.
A little uncomfortably long. But I feel like a lot of men do this, like John Mulaney, not to bring him up again, but he like used to always make Jewish jokes about his first wife, and then now makes a lot of Asian jokes about Olivia Munn. But it's not
really?
like it's not like I would say like stereotypically racist jokes. I mean, I wouldn't say they're racist jokes. I would just think it's like, oh, like I'm like nervous to
like-
what I'm saying.
Almost, it's slightly like fetishistic.
It's yeah, I feel like it's almost trying to be earnest in a way, or like endearing in a way.
I was going to say, he didn't actually really make much of an Asian joke. I guess he said like their kids would be like Sean Lennon or something. That doesn't seem like so bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, he says that he makes Asian
Yeah,
jokes.
but he didn't actually like say one.
Yeah, I know. It's just interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think that the other person in the relationship often like sets the dynamic. Like if they make jokes about being Asian about themselves, or like, oh, like us Asians do this or something, sometimes it like teaches the other partner like this is our humor or this is something we talk about. But I do think you can't really like extend that out of the relationship. Like that's something that's like private between you two maybe, but like you can't like go out. And Joe Rogan was kind of saying that like you're not allowed to do that.
Oh my god, I feel like this is one of the parodies I've seen was commenting on is that I feel like Joe Rogan, I mean, I don't even know his podcast really, but this is just what the parody was saying, that he has people on and he makes the people feel like they can really let loose and say like the craziest stuff, and then Joe Rogan's kind of like, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like kind of what he was doing.
Like he draws it out of them and then is like, no.
Yeah.
Because I wonder, I mean, I haven't really seen any other Macaulay Culkin interviews. I wonder if he typically says stuff like that or if it's just because he was on Joe Rogan. And
I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess it's interesting and nice that he wants to have kids with her, but in a weird way that you said it. But
I know, I want to put baby center.
Yeah.
But you can see he's like a little awkward too.
I actually thought he was cuter than I thought. Mm-hmm. I feel like seeing him like 3-dimensional, like in video. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, he's kind of reminding me of someone, but I'm not sure who.
His brother?
That's what I was thinking.
No. I'll think about it.
He kind of reminds me of like a boy I went to high school with. So Brenda was asked at a Stand Up to Cancer charity event about their relationship, and she just said, "It's great. I don't like to talk about my personal life, but everything's wonderful and I'm happy." And then in 2019, they were photographed just doing very cute stuff together, going to Paris, going to Disneyland, going to a Rams game. And I think it's really sweet that Macaulay can do these things, like go to Disney now, especially because as a kid, it seemed like he couldn't really do fun stuff like that because he had no privacy. But even though he's famous now, I think he is able to like blend in a little bit more, or just like people don't approach him as much.
Yeah.
Your first thought when you think of Macaulay Culkin is probably young Macaulay Culkin. I bet if he wears like shades and a baseball cap, he could probably get away with being in a crowd.
Yeah, definitely.
I bet people don't recognize him as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're not like expecting to see adult Macaulay Culkin, which is probably good that he's not doing as high profile things too. I mean, we did see Karen Culkin one time.
Well, my back was turned the other way, unfortunately, so I missed it. I'm so mad about that.
Yeah, to me, he was just like a shadow walking by.
Yeah, we were at this like brewery with our kickball team, and a bunch of people just were like, "Oh my god, that was Karen Culkin that just walked by," and I was just facing the wrong way, and I missed it.
And that's like Kelly's like favorite.
That's when I was like at the height of my Succession obsession.
That's so upsetting. You should have left and followed.
I know. I think I contemplated it. I like stood up and like ran down the street, but that would be psycho. I don't want to be a stalker.
Yeah. But it seems like he's like able, I feel like a lot of celebrities, maybe I'm wrong, but like can kind of move about the world easier today. I don't know why.
I don't know.
People are looking down at their phones.
I think in New York you can better than other places.
Yeah, because I feel like people just like don't want to approach celebrities or say anything.
Yeah. People are in their own little world.
And you can just like duck around another corner and you're gone.
You're constantly walking when you're in New York, so it'd be hard to catch them.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd have to run.
Yeah. Which makes me kind of surprised that, so Brenda and Mac, they now live in LA together. But that's just like probably because she's from.
Yeah, and so she could probably work too.
Yeah, I wonder if he's from New York originally, so I wonder if they'd ever move there.
They probably have a house in New York or at least an apartment or something.
Yeah. Their movie came out that year, Changeland, but they didn't walk the red carpet or anything, so they're still being pretty low-key. Brenda started a new TV show at that time called Dollface, and Mac actually made a small cameo in it, so they're collaborating a little bit more.
I remember when that show was on.
I had never heard of it, actually.
Really?
Kate is so tuned in to the culture. She knows everything going on.
I know.
I am.
You're like a little TV guide.
Yep.
She's an encyclopedia. And then for Christmas, take a drink. Mac got Brenda a new kitten.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know.
Did she already have one? Oh, wait. They said that they had a cat, so now they have a few.
Yeah, so they actually have, this brings me to my next bullet. They have, at this point, 2 cats named Apples and Dude. And they had a fish named Cinnamon and a Shiba Inu named Panda, which was actually one of the 4 dogs that Brenda had with Trace when she was in that relationship. And then they also had a parrot named Macho, who previously had belonged to actor Andy Richter, who was just on Dancing with the Stars. So,
oh my gosh.
he was my favorite on Dancing with the Stars.
Why did they end up with his bird?
I don't know. He had the bird for like 10 years, I think.
They do live for a long while, so maybe he was just like...
Yeah, I mean, maybe the bird like talked too much and like messed with his sleep or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Brenda also shared that her mom lives with them. Okay, so this Esquire article from 2020, it goes on to say that both Brenda and Mac consider themselves homebodies. But like I said, she's more career driven. So she's like traveling more and she feels like she just needs to act to be her best self. And Mac, I kind of talked about this already, but it's cute. He like makes and packs Brenda's lunch when she works on set.
Cute.
So
I
he's
feel like
happy.
That's a good dynamic. Like,
I know.
He has his project, his podcast, his website, and like he still is. It seems like hopefully fulfilled and has an outlet, and he sounds like he has such freedom too. Like I'm so jealous of that. And then she's the one traveling. Like I think we've talked about so many actor couples in this podcast, and when they're both like super ambitious and filming many movies a year, like it never really works out. So
yeah, I was gonna say, kind of in that vein, like we don't have to worry, or she's not to worry that he's gonna get jealous of, you know, her projects, or if they are really popular and she gets wicked famous or whatever, you know, he's not gonna be like, well, I wish that was me type of thing, you know.
Yeah, he seems like he's really well adjusted. Like he has kind of let go of the need to like convince everybody I'm more than Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone. Like he obviously doesn't want to be boxed into that, but he doesn't care what people think. And he seems like he has given over control, that like people can put him in a box or think he's a certain way or say he's washed up or weird or whatever, but he doesn't really care. Like he just wants to do things he is drawn to. Like even his podcast, it's totally self-funded. He has like I think 5 employees on his payroll, but I don't think he even does it to like make money. He does it just to have something that he enjoys. So
Jealous.
I know. And he gets a lot of, because he had such a big trust fund, he like gets a lot of interest in all the money he has.
I would
assume, he doesn't really
yeah.
need to work for money.
wow.
It stinks though. I mean, he doesn't need money, but it stinks that he's not making any money from Home Alone still.
I know. Yeah. That is annoying. I wonder if he makes it on Home Alone too.
Yeah. Or like
Hope
merch, if they use his face, you know.
Oh yeah, maybe.
To get any money from that.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so in the article though, Brenda did say that she hopes that Mac will go on to act more. She said, I truly believe that he is the actor he is now because of all the things he had to go through. He's grown so much through tragedy. He's had so many ups, so many downs. He's seen the ugly side of the industry. He's also seen the amazing side of this industry. So he can pinpoint exactly what he doesn't want and what he does want and what he doesn't like about it. But yeah, I hope that he like starts to act more.
Probably because, I mean, he does seem talented. Like, he does seem like he's a good actor. So
yeah,
maybe she's just like, he should put that to use. Or, you know, it's sad that he is such a good actor. But
like she wants people to recognize.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I don't think he wants to stress himself out, which is fair. In the interview, Max said that he, like I said, was first worried that Brenda would think that he was weird and that he thought their relationship was too good to be true. He said, it's always going to drop. Something bad's going to happen. Someone's going to die. which I think he kind of must have from the trauma of his sister passing away too, just like always kind of living with a chip on your shoulder and like fearful that like if things are good that something bad will happen. But I get the sense that their relationship did bring him a sense of peace and the kind of lightness that he never really felt before. Once again, he says that he and Brenda are practicing to make babies. He says, we're figuring it out, making the timing work, because nothing turns you on more than when your lady comes into the room and says, honey, I'm ovulating.
Oh my God. Wow.
And they're just still dating at this point.
Yes,
too.
still dating. Fortunately, for them, COVID would happen. So they would have a lot of free time on their hands to get busy in the bedroom. They quarantined together in LA and they made a baby. In 2021, April 5th, Brenda and Mac released a statement that they had welcomed a son, Dakota Song Culkin, named after his late sister. And up until that point, nobody had even known that she was pregnant.
Oh, wow.
My God. They did use the name Dakota.
Yeah.
Cute.
I know, so sweet. I had skipped over this, but for Mac's 40th birthday, Brenda wished him happy birthday on Instagram. And she said, happy 40th birthday to this magical being. I could sit here and write endlessly about how wonderful, kind, loving, genuine, loyal, honest, brilliant and hilarious you are, and how grateful I am that I get to share and do this life with you. But firstly, that would take me an eternity, and secondly, you won't even see this because you don't ever use Instagram. Ha ha ha. My unicorn that I never thought could exist. I'm the luckiest person in the world because I am loved by you.
Oh,
Cute.
how old is she?
I think she's a few years younger, but she's like in her 30s.
Okay.
Yeah. Then it's December, Christmas time.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
So, do one of you have a train that's going by?
I know, not me.
I do.
Yeah, I know.
I hear it.
I can cut
It's a
it out.
Polar Express.
It's a book. I was about to say that.
There it goes.
Go run outside and catch it.
So, over Christmas, Mac actually proposed to Brenda.
Oh my God.
Can you
Finally.
imagine? You
Christmas
imagine
engagement.
it's Christmas and you're getting proposed to by the kid from Home Alone.
Wow.
The movie that you watched
No,
growing
I
up, like
can't
this
imagine
big
that.
Christmas movie, and literally that's who you're marrying. It's so
Crazy.
crazy. So, and I think it's sweet that like he still loves Christmas.
Yeah.
He's very associated with it, and I think he embraces it. Later, Brenda told the Sunday Times that Mac had given her a lot of weird presents to unwrap, including 21 individually wrapped garden gnomes.
Okay.
And also a box of stuff from Amazon that she had said that she would return for him. Because I guess he doesn't like to do returns, so she like takes care of all the returns for him. Which I think is kind of cute that they're that rich and they still return things.
Yeah. Maybe they're not that rich. Or they're being frugal.
They use Amazon.
Or it could be expensive things. So it's like, okay, well, I don't want to keep this like... I know, maybe they shouldn't be using Amazon though. You're right, Kate.
No, but it's crazy that they do.
I know.
Because everybody does.
Maybe they're just being smart with their money and, yeah, just not wasting it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially because he is like self-funding his own projects. Like, you got to be a little bit smart with your money. But so he wrapped up those things that she was going to return.
Oh my gosh.
And then the very last present she opened included a letter that he had like pretend written from their baby, but baby's 7 months old, so he didn't really write it. But the note said, Papa is such a bad gift giver. Here's something better to give Mom. And it was an engagement ring. And then Matt got down on one knee and popped the question saying, I wanted to lower your expectations.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a good gift.
Papa. It's cute he's calling himself that.
And then the news of their engagement was officially announced in 2022. And then the next year, 2022, Mac and Brenda secretly welcomed their second son named Carson, also over Christmas time. So they got engaged one Christmas, and then the next Christmas they had another baby, a boy. And the two sons are 15 months apart. And I think they weren't like trying to have kids that close together. I had read somewhere that they were like, oh yeah, like we'll talk about that next year, like having a second baby. And then like next thing she knew, she was pregnant again. And then in 2023, December, around Christmas time, Mac was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And she was there to support with the 2 kids. And his speech is really cute. And he talks about how like it's really important for him, for his kids to see that he was once a kid too, because of his movies from his childhood. And it seems like he really is proud of like those movies now. And I wanted to share a little part of the speech.
Lastly, but not leastly, I'd like to thank Brenda. You are absolutely everything. You're my champion. You're the only person happier for me today than I am. You're not only the best woman I've ever known, you're the best person I've ever known. You've given me just all my purpose. You've given me family. And after the birth of our 2 boys, you become one of my 3 favorite people. You're somewhere in there. But I love you. I love you so much.
Oh. That was it.
Okay. It just ended very abruptly. Nice. I think I've seen that before, but it's very sweet.
It's cute. I feel like him and Kieran have a similar sense of humor.
They do.
They're very similar. Similar way of talking.
Yeah.
Too.
It's cute.
They should play brothers on screen.
They should. If Macaulay wants to.
I know. Maybe it's probably Macaulay that's stopping them.
Yeah.
Because Kieran's been doing a lot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He has an Oscar now. He's going to be in the next Hunger Games.
So crazy.
It's kind of like an Elle and Dakota Fanning type of situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The older he's older, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Macaulay's older.
The older child star that was really famous, and then their sibling randomly starts to act too, and then the older one kind of steps back. Yeah.
Although, what's Ellen? I actually don't really know her filmography.
Oh my god, I feel like she's been in so much lately. I feel like
I know she's been in stuff.
She's like the new Timothy Chalamet.
I can't name anything.
What do you mean? A Complete Unknown, Super 8, The Great, Sentimental Value, Predator Badlands.
Okay,
well, that's still something she was acting in.
Yeah.
She's in a lot. I love Dakota.
I still feel like Dakota's more
not
famous,
Dakota.
So.
I love Elle. I'm about to say. Dakota's fine.
I love them both. Yeah, I feel like Elle Fanning's been in Maleficent movies. Neon Demon. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's going to be in the Hunger Games movie as well with...
Who? With Kieran.
With Kieran Culkin.
Elle?
Yeah, Elle Fanning.
Yeah, Elle's going to be in it.
Oh, yeah.
She plays young Effie, and he plays young Caesar Flickerman.
Oh.
She's been in a lot, like, over the years. Like, it's been growing. Like...
Steadily.
Yeah.
She must disappear
The
into the roles,
Beguiled,
so I don't even think about it.
20th Century Women. She was in Rainy Day in New York, which sucked, both Timothy Chalamet as well. Yeah, she's been in a lot. Anyway.
She's great.
Anyway, so it's 2024. The couple began making more public professional appearances together than they had in the past, including to the Toronto Film Festival, where Brenda's movie The Last Showgirl premiered. They went to a 4th annual Academy Museum Gala. They went to like a makeup line launch. So they're doing like more businessy stuff. I have a sense that maybe like Brenda wants to do those things more and that he just accompanies her. It seems like he's happy to do it.
It's networking.
Yeah. And then Mac wished her happy birthday on Instagram, and he said, "Happy birthday to the best friend, mother, ally, colleague, lover, and partner I could ever wish for. You are my reason. I love you. P.S. The milk is due. Can you pick some up on your way home from work?" So cute. December, Mac was interviewed by E! and said, what makes their relationship work? He said, "Brenda and I are very good at communicating with each other. We have no secrets. We're constantly on the line. We talk. We just talk. That's the best way to do it. We're in the thick of it. 2-year-old and 3-year-old. God bless. Brenda is a champion. And she is the best mom. She's the best mom. She's just the best. She's the best person. I wake up every day knowing I'm lucky. Not feeling. I feel lucky, but I know I'm lucky." And he said that they call it tagging in and out. He said, you tag in. I've been with you for about 3 hours. I need to tag out. I need quiet time. We call it quiet time. I need to go upstairs and have quiet time.
Cute. Nice. I like that.
Yeah. It is cute. I feel like sometimes me and my boyfriend, like, we need to learn how to do that better. I think we're getting better at it. But, like, sometimes, especially, like, with the podcast, like, I need to lock in and, like, research. And he's, like, coming in, like, yeah, hi, like, trying to get my attention. But then, same thing, like, when he's working, I'm like, let's hang out, like, let's watch something. So
yeah,
but sometimes it can feel like you can be bummed, like, oh, they're ignoring me, but you need your, like, alone time.
Yeah, it definitely takes getting used to. We'll kind of do, like, off and on days, or, like, I don't know, I feel like Charlie and I, maybe early in the evening we do our own things, and then later we hang out.
We're trying to be more, like, intentional about, like, we're hanging out today. Like, even though we live together, like, we're hanging out.
Yeah.
But then, like, I'll see you in the living room, but we're not really hanging out.
Yeah.
We're doing our own thing. But yeah, it looks like they're living their best life. They attended the Super Bowl together that year. They went to the Oscars. They went to a Lakers game. They're having fun. Brenda starts a new show on Netflix called Running Point, which is about basketball.
Oh, yes.
So she's doing more press. Caitlin, you know everything.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I hadn't heard of it.
No, that's the one with Kate Hudson.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, I knew that because I am reading it.
Yeah.
But so they were on the cover of Cosmo to promote her show, basically. And in their photo shoot, they paid homage to John Lennon and Yoko Ono's picture from the day he died, where she's lying down. Yeah, and he's naked. Macaulay's not naked in the photo. He has, like, a t-shirt and underwear on, like boxers, but
the position is the same.
Yeah. The position. Yeah. It's a Cosmo article, so it's, like, kind of, like, fun. And in the interview, Max said that he was the first one to say I love you first, or the first one to know he was in love. He said, I'd never felt this way before. I believed in her. I mean, I believed in people before, but I believed in her down to my bone marrow. You know what I mean? I put it behind the armor, though, behind that shield. And then Brenda says that she felt like it was the opposite, that she wasn't really picking up that vibe at first. But he says, like, oh, but I put it behind my armor. Like, he kind of had his walls up at first. And then Brenda went on Access Hollywood and talked about their relationship in the start, and I have a clip as well.
Another one. Wait, I love that it was your first date, and I love the interview you did with Cosmo. Y'all did a whole Cosmo thing. You and Macaulay. It was great. You said not love at first sight. What was it then that made it? You're like, I need to have kids with this man.
You know what it is? It's I think we were both in places where we were just happy as individuals and not looking for a relationship. And I think that's what was so beautiful about him. Why, I found I always say he's like my unicorn. I wasn't going to settle for anything but exactly what I was hoping to look for. And he was that. He's the first person that I think I fell in love with, but I also just love and like to hang with. He's my best friend, but also my partner in life. And I think that's all it is. Like, he understands my work. We can talk about football. We can talk about basketball. We can cook together. I think I just really lucked out. Like, I wish there was when you find that person. You know what?
You're right about the timing.
Yeah.
Because the timing, it's got to be right. Like his timing, your timing.
Completely.
Exact thing. So I know what you mean. That's awesome.
Yeah, you two at Raw. How was the date at Raw? Like, I don't think
so much fun. Oh my God. People don't realize it's such an incredible life sporting event.
Yeah.
Like, people believe that wrestling is sport.
What's
She's
Raw?
talking about, like, I think it's a, like, wrestling.
Yeah, they go to wrestling together a lot.
Yeah. Oh, Kate's doesn't know.
I see things.
Kate's taking over.
No.
I've definitely done that with your couples. I also have a clip of her on the Drew Barrymore show.
Oh, Drew Barrymore.
Another child star.
Yep. Another child star who hosted SNL as a kid.
Oh, true. That's one of I think it's only 2 people that young have hosted.
And I kind of like him too. How did you guys meet, may I ask? We met through a mutual friend. We met through a mutual friend, and I actually, the first time we met, I don't remember meeting him for the first time. And the first time I actually remember meeting him, the show that I was on with our friend got canceled. And he was like trying to be funny and be like, like the show wasn't that great anyway. You guys are fine. I didn't at all. And he like slowly just backed out of the room, was like, I'll just leave. And that friend, many years or a few years later, starred, directed, wrote his first movie, and he asked all of his friends to go to Thailand to make his movie. And when we were there, Mac and I, we worked, total of like 10 days, and we were there for 6 weeks and started hanging out. And I thought he was going to be like my BFF. And then I was like, oh wait, I kind of have a crush on him. And then I thought I was going to have my first fling, and that turned into almost 8 years and 2 kids. I thought I had my first fling. We traveled back to LA together, and I literally at the airport was like, see you never. Like, I was like, this is my first fling. How excited. And are you married, or are you engaged?
Also long-term engagement?
Long-term engagement.
Okay, what?
Yeah. Not to answer for me. No, but
I know this is exciting because would you be into this idea of a promise ceremony, a promise ring, a new cottage industry? I'm trying to upstart.
I'm going to be an investor in it.
I love this.
Okay. Promise ceremony. Just getting
that seems
married at that point. Yeah. You're gonna do a whole ceremony. Just have the wedding.
No. I know. I love that Drew asked that.
Me too. Are you married?
Wait, what'd you say, Kate?
Promise ceremony sounds like what gay people did before marriage.
I know. Oh yeah.
Okay, I know. Are you married?
They're already engaged. Like,
yeah.
Why do you need another thing? By first fling, did she just mean like since getting in a relationship, or like first fling in her life?
Maybe first fling in her life.
I think in her life, like first fling of like a non-serious relationship.
That's so funny.
Maybe.
My first fling. See,
and then it wasn't. But I like that she's like honest about it. Like, I didn't think anything of it, which I think is really sweet. So I actually asked you guys on Patreon. Have you ever fallen for someone who you initially had no chemistry with? Or like no interest in, just didn't think anything of it? 65% said yes, I've been pleasantly surprised by my own feelings. But 35% said no, I always know right away.
Wow. Whenever I hear that, or like when I saw your question, I thought of the first season of Love at First Sight? No,
Love is
Marriage at
Blind?
First Sight. Marriage at First Sight. I watched that show, at least the first season. There was one couple, Jamie, and I forget his name. I'm sorry, I don't remember. They met at the altar, and she was not attracted to him at all. Like, she thought he was so ugly, and she just was like, how am I going to do this?
They
like,
get married?
They get married.
That's messed up.
And it was very...
When she feels that way?
Yeah, she felt that way.
my
Like,
gosh.
it was very evident that she was not into him. Like, I think she even told him. She was just like, not interested in him at all. But then over the course of the season, she actually slowly, like, found him more attractive and fell in love with him. And now, like, 12 years later, they're still married.
Wow.
But, like, if you watch that first episode, you would never think they would make it out because she was so not attracted to him. Like, not at all.
I'm glad I kind of love stories like that more than I like hearing about love at first sight. Like, love at first sight feels a little hard to believe, but the idea that people can meet and then, like, their feelings can grow and develop, I feel like it's really sweet because then anything is kind of possible.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever was into someone that I didn't right away like have attraction to be honest. There was one time I used to think, and like we didn't date or anything, I wouldn't say I fell for him, I wasn't in love with him or anything, but like there was a guy in high school that I thought was really annoying, but then I remember all of a sudden being kind of attracted to him, and I remember thinking in my head like, am I attracted to beep? But it wasn't like we were in love. But that was like that was the only time that happened. But I feel like there might have even been chemistry. Like I thought he was annoying, but it wasn't like I was indifferent to him. I don't know. Yeah. What do you guys think personally? It's definitely happened to me before where I at first thought nothing of someone, and then for some reason something shifted in me. And then been like, wait a minute, do I like that person? And then suddenly it like takes over. I feel like it's actually happened a lot for me. Weird, like almost never for me. Even if like the initial moment I'm like, I'm kind of surprised I'm attracted to them, it is like right away. Like I might be like, oh, that's kind of random or weird, but Yeah. I think I like have to like spend a certain amount of time with someone until I like decide if I like them.
I would say the same.
We've talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah.
So like, can you fall in love with anybody? Like if you spent enough time with them,
I don't
or
think
we're open
so.
to it.
There's bound to be people that are going to annoy you. And
Yeah, I don't think I could fall in love.
I
with
used to
anyone.
say, yeah, I think you could.
I don't think I could.
Maybe you could fall in
know
love
myself.
with anybody, but I don't know if you could
I don't think
sustain
so.
forever if you truly can't stand them. I don't know.
You could
Like,
maybe.
even if they're so annoying, I don't think love feelings could grow.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
You can maybe love them the way you love like a family member, though.
Yeah.
Mm,
Like if you were just
Maybe
trapped
not
on a deserted
anybody.
island with some other person, and even if you thought they were kind of gross or something, if you like, you know, bonded and you depended on each other and you got to know them so well, don't you think you would like really care for them?
if they were so annoying, maybe I would just not even grow to care for them, you know? I don't know. Depends.
I like the feeling though when it sneaks up on you. Like, wait a minute. Like, why is my heart beating suddenly?
I know.
But yeah, that's mostly it. They recently celebrated their 8th dating anniversary, and Brenda posted to Instagram a photo when they first were dating and then a photo of them now. And she said, 8 years, and there is still no one who makes me laugh or smile like the way you do. No one who makes me feel more seen, heard, or loved. My partner in crime, my adventure partner, my best friend, my baby daddy, my favorite everything. Thank you. To be loved by you is the greatest privilege. Happy anniversary. I love you. And then Mac posted photos of her on the beach, and in each picture she's getting closer and closer to the camera, and then he captioned it, "Happy anniversary, babe. Thank you for always coming towards me. You never know."
Aww.
Literally and figuratively. That's cute. So they're still not married?
Still not married. So I must have skipped this in my notes. In the Cosmo article they did together, it sounds like the reason is just because of not having time to plan a wedding. And she said that they thought about eloping, but it sounds like her mom like really wants them to have a big wedding, like a family wedding. So they want to do that, but like they have 2 young kids. So I think like they just haven't like had the energy to bring themselves to start wedding planning.
I don't know how much money they have, but I feel like it would be so awesome to be able to hire a wedding planner, because I'm trying to plan a wedding now, and it's insane how much you have to do. Like, people are not exaggerating when they say that, but it would be so nice to just hire someone to like do all the emailing people and calling people.
Yeah. Are you stressed at all?
Yeah, I am, but I'm feeling a little bit better this week because I feel like some of the big things are like getting figured out. So.
I feel like the smaller details are what's more stressful, though.
I feel like we'll figure it out.
Don't stress
Yeah.
No.
I know.
Yeah.
The like do-it-yourself stuff, because then you gotta do it, you know?
Yeah, I kind of look forward to that a little bit. I feel like having to choose and figure out your budget for things like photographer or whatever. I feel like the big things are like the venue, the ceremony,
true,
like church if you're doing that or whatever, photographer, DJ, just the things that you need to like book, you know. Anyway, back to Mac and Brenda.
Well, that's pretty much it. I know that they watch Home Alone with their boys now for Christmas. I know they watch it for Christmas, which I think is sweet, because like a couple of years ago, Macaulay was on like late night shows and was like, I don't like to, you know, I'm over Home Alone. Like, I've talked about it enough. But now I think he like really embraces it, and
That's so sweet.
he has like a new love for it because he can share it with his kids. And
Yeah, nice.
I think they just seem like happy together, and I hope it works out for them.
Yeah.
That really is so cool. Like, I wish I could watch a movie of my parents when they were little kids. I mean, they have some like home videos, but they're mostly like silent for whatever reason.
I know, yeah.
They're from like the 20s.
And I just think that's so special that their kids can see them when they were younger.
I know. They said that the kids like don't really connect that that's like him and Home
I
Alone.
saw
but
that.
one of the older sons like thinks it's him. Like I think Dakota thinks like, oh, I'm Kevin McAllister for some reason.
Or cute. I saw something, I think it was also Dakota, where they were looking through his like childhood photo albums or something, and we're like, that looks like the kid from Home Alone. Like they aren't putting it together that it's the same person, you know?
Yeah. I know. Well, when you're a kid, it like is insane to think that your parents were kids once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it feels so far away. Like, oh, back in the olden days, my parents were kids. But,
yeah.
I want my kids to know, like, yeah, I was a kid for like a long time, and like I was a kid before you were a kid. Like I know what it's like. Like
yeah.
I'm just a kid that ended up growing up. Like
I know. I feel like I've said this. I think every adult still feels like a kid. Maybe not everybody, but whenever I'm like with kids at a family party or something, I feel like oh, I'm one of you. Like.
Yeah,
don't you see me as one of you? Like
I don't think
I
all
do
adults
not
feel that way. Some people hate kids.
Yeah, you're right.
But I feel that way. I'm like, yeah, because I feel like, wow, it's crazy. I've been alive this long, but like I'm still young. Like I'm still on the younger side of things. Like I still think I'm like really close to childhood. Like it just happened, but I guess
I know
it's not that close.
Like when people like around my age or a couple years older than me talk about their kids, I'm like relating to their kids. I'm like, oh,
me
yeah.
too.
I remember how that was for me.
What?
Yeah.
Me too. And I'm like, wait, but I guess they were kids once too, so they don't need me to say like, oh yeah, back in the day, my mom would do this with me when I was a kid. Like my like parenting experience is like my parents parenting
yeah, me too. That's why I say I'm like, yeah, that was hard for me too, but like,
yeah.
They really don't.
That's good though. I think it's good to hold on to that.
Yeah, you don't want to forget. I actually remember as a kid, maybe I'll cut some of this out, but I remember as a kid feeling so mad and so frustrated at adults that they didn't remember what it was like. And I really felt like we were like oppressed citizens or something as
Me
kids.
too. Like they don't
I did not feel that way. I don't know.
I remember being in first grade and me and a couple other kids, I don't know what we were mad about, but we were mad about something and we were like, the adults don't get it. We need to fight them. Like we were so riled up. It felt like a revolution or something. Yeah, so I just remember that.
I know. They don't get it sometimes.
They don't get it. They don't know what it's like to have no freedom.
I know, yeah.
No say.
No say. And, like, you don't have the language as a kid to, like, express the things that, like, bother you.
Yeah.
You just, like, have to get on the floor and start crying.
Yeah. I think as an adult, you, like, understand why all the rules are in place. But as a kid, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, why?
No, it's just because I said so.
Why? Anyway,
but yeah, that's them. I hope they stay together.
Me too.
Yeah, what are the odds that you think
my
they'll
only
stay together?
reason why is like because, you know, it sounds like she was kind of messy like in her past relationship, but I'm not gonna hold that against her. But
I know we don't know her, but Mel,
yeah,
why do you think she lied? Like, what about her personality would make her do something like that? And then what do you think maybe changed?
Oh my gosh, that's a good question. I don't know. I feel like someone would lie about being pregnant if they felt like it would trap the other person down,
Yeah.
right? Like, so maybe she felt like, maybe he was a cheater. Maybe he was, I mean, it seems like he is a cheater based off of his own Instagram stories. Maybe she wanted to, like, make him feel committed or something, and then lying about being like terminally ill, like I feel like someone would do that for attention and comfort and like
she was just trying to get his attention, probably. I don't know.
Maybe he wasn't really giving her the attention she wanted. And maybe this relationship, it feels like she's getting it. So
yeah, I don't think, I was almost gonna ask a question on Patreon like this, but I didn't know how to phrase it. Like, do you feel like if someone was like messy, really messy, and like bad in one relationship, that it means that like they're always going to be like that? Or is that just a symptom of that particular relationship?
It depends on what kind of messiness it is.
I would like to to hope that people can change, and especially if you were younger when that happened. I think life is so confusing in your early 20s. I believe people can change their behaviors, and yeah, I don't think it means you're always going to be messy. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, I think so too. I was really messy in a past relationship. It brought out the worst in me. Like, really terrible.
It wasn't like this level, though.
No, it wasn't this bad. But, like, I felt pathetic. Like, I felt really, like... And then I was like, is this just who I am? Like, is this just my personality? But I think it was just not right. Just wasn't good.
We've all done crazy things. I think.
Well, that brings me to the next episode, actually.
Oh, who are you going to cover?
This is a messy relationship that has been in the press recently because of some new music that came out and a TV show that is being released.
I have no idea.
That gives it away.
You
Yes,
don't?
you know who it is.
Did you tell us? Yes, you do.
Yeah. You do. We've already hinted at it.
You referenced it last episode.
Oh my God. It's funny, like, if you're not thinking of it, when you hear the clue, it actually sounds hard. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
I
when
know.
you know it, you're like, that's so obvious.
Yeah.
Literally.
For some reason I was
I guess I'll
thinking,
say
like, younger.
yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
So this relationship is in the headlines right now because of an album and a TV show that are released around the same time.
Okay.
Recently.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh my God, I can't
I'm
wait.
excited.
This is going to be
I know,
huge.
I need to get on it. This is going to be juicy.
Yep.
Track by track. We can go through.
Aw, this was great. This was really
Yeah, thank
fun.
you, Mel.
I loved
Thank
it.
you guys for listening. I hope it was very Christmassy. I couldn't believe they got engaged at Christmas. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's
perfect.
And had a baby another Christmas.
Well, thank you guys for listening.
Yep.
We love you.
We love you.
And we'll get back together in 2 weeks.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell